There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marketing Me Live. We are live today for the students of Norzagaray College in Bulacan and Forbes College in Bicol. So today we'll be joined by speakers from CDO, Optum, and VXI Global Holdings. But before we start, we'd like to invite everyone for the prayer followed by the national anthem.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below.
Bayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Thank you for that. So to officially start today's session, we'd like to invite Ms. Liberty D.G. Pascual, PhD, College President for Norzagaray College, to give us the opening remarks.
A pleasant morning to all of you. Today, we are blessed with a great opportunity as you are about to go beyond the corners of your classrooms and the walls of NC. Real learning is measured based on its applications, and so I would like to take this moment to thank Jobs180.com, particularly Ms. Shari Mestosamente, Senior Academic Linkages Officer, for providing us an avenue that will equip you with the right mindset before entering possible employment opportunities. Thank you so much for annually helping and guiding our students as they take on the real world. Thank you also, Dr. Joanne Balagtas, Dean for Student Affairs, and Ms. Iris Villarin, Guidance Advocate, for making this event a reality. We, educators, can only impart knowledge while you are still learning your respective courses. Jobs180.com is here to help prepare you as job seekers, while your adequate knowledge and skill sets would enable you to be professional in the near future. May you all take this chance to ease your worries, if there are any, to address your concerns, and to decide on which career path suits you. I take full confidence that you are all bound to achieve greatness. In closing, allow me to acknowledge and convey my appreciation to the resource speakers. Mr. Kim Chua, Managing Director of Jobs180.com, Ms. Cathy Claire Velasquez, Recruitment Supervisor, and Ms. Reese Pasia, Recruitment Manager. We are sincerely grateful to all of you for your time and dedication that had made this event possible. Once again, thank you so much, Jobs180.com, and may we all have a nice day and future ahead of us. Stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone.
Thank you for that, Dr. Pascual. So to everyone watching from Forbes College, Attorney Joan Elizabeth L. Aquende, President, would also like to welcome everyone here in our seminar for this morning. Ayan. So welcome guys, I'm Shari, I would be the host for today. So as usual, we'd like to know where you're from. Please comment your name and school and maybe your course, so we can address it later for our speakers. Here's our schedule for this morning. So first topic is resume link to be discussed by Sir Kim. Next, we have virtual interviews to be covered by CDO Foodsphere. Hiring for work from home jobs to be covered by Optum Global Solutions. And new age career possibilities to be presented by VXI. Ayan. So thank you for those who are here and for those who are on time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have friends who are not here yet, please tell them that we are starting in a bit. And please be advised that there is an evaluation link at the end of this webinar. So that guarantees your attendance for this event. One for Norzagaray College and another one for Forbes. Yeah. So let's go to our first speaker. Our first speaker for this morning is Sir Chua. He is the managing director for jobs180.com. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. He is a trusted resource speaker and he has done over 1,000 career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. So if you have questions for Sir Kim, put it in the comment section and we'll get to it later. Alright? So Sir Kim, if you're ready, the floor is yours. Please take it away.
Everyone, allow me to share to you how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. A lot of you are now looking for a job and exploring for the next chapter in your life. I hope that this session will be able to help you. No, not only you, but the people that you know that needs help in terms of how to make a job-winning resume. Yan. So yan na tinatawag nating resume link. A lot of platforms right now, mga online platforms are being offered left and right. But for you to know paano to magiging job-winning tool or job-winning resume to, meron akong checklist. So go with me, no, with all these checklists. Your checklist should include the following. Number one, kailangan mag-stand out ka. When you look for a job, you have to be able to stand out. Because if you're not going to be able to stand out, then I think you'll just be part of the crowd. You'll be one of the next applicant na wala lang, na hindi mapapansin. Another thing that should be in your checklist is that you should only have one file. Hindi dapat maraming files na iba-iba sinesend sa mga companies. Mas maganda, isang file lang para pag sinend mo, lahat ng details mo nandoon na. Another thing in your checklist is that it should make the process more efficient. Ibig sabihin, mas mabilis mag-submit, mas mabilis makita ng HR, at mas mabilis kayo makontak for possible next steps na or possible job offer na. Now, another thing in my checklist is that dapat tipid ito, wala itong gastos. The tool that I will show you today, wala itong gastos. Libre po ito. At higit sa lahat, itong pinaka-importante sa lahat, this should be in your checklist. The tool should be secured. Okay, more than anything, importante talaga ang data. Pero ang data ninyo, dapat yung protectionan. And using this tool, this is the most secured resume kung tawagin. Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Let me go through the next slides na. Okay? Ito ang tinatawag na resume link. Okay? A personalized URL for anyone can open online anytime. I will use an example para makarelate kayo. If you are John Santos, ang link mo or resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. At yan na po ang resume link nyo. So how do you make one? Go with me through the 3 simple steps. First step is you have to register. Absolutely, wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. How do you register? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com at dun ka mag-register on the upper right side of your screen. Now, as you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? So, alam nyo na ano mga information yan. Hindi ko na isa-isahin. Babawasan nyo naman at alam nyo naman ano dapat ilagay. Now, as you create your account, you have to use a valid email. Okay? Now, before we go to the email, paalala ko lang, sa mga nag-isip sa inyo, paano kung hindi ako si John Santos, ano gagawin kong resume link? O yan, baka nag-isip kayo eh. So, if ever lang, mayroon kang kapangalan, okay, just so happen na may ibang John Santos na nauna sa inyo, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon doon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Huwag kayong malungkot, pag taken na, okay lang, just be creative. Pwede mo gawin, baliktarin mo. Gawin mo santosjohn.jobs180.com o kaya J Santos o kaya Santos J o kaya JS o kaya SJ. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapangalan. Okay? Wala kang kapareho. Now, when you do this, huwag kayong OA. Do not create yung mga ganong klaseng over-creative na mga resume link because it doesn't look professional. Imagine submitting to a company with your resume link that says eljablo.jobs180.com. Hindi yan mukhang professional. Okay? Now, when you register, please use a valid email. Ito yung emphasis ko lang sa pag-create nyo ng account na dapat gamitin yung email, yung nabubuksan yung email, kagaya ng Gmail, Yahoo, or any email na nabubuksan nyo. Do not create, example lang yung mga email na kagaya ng ganito, patricia@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng joseph@facebook.com na email to register. In short, huwag mong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Importante po na nabubuksan nyo yung email nyo kasi kailangan mo i-verify yung account mo. Okay? It is very important that you verify your account as a proof na ikaw nag-register at pangalawa, para ikaw ay makapag-apply. If you don't do this, if you don't verify, walang mangyayari sa account nyo. Okay? So sayang lang. So you have to verify to finish the first step. Okay? How do you verify? Just open your email, look for the link, click mo yung verify, you're done with the first step. Okay? Tapos na yung first step. Ano yung first step? Register. Wala tong bayad. Let's go to the second step. Ang second step, ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Kailangan kumpletong detalye nyo. So how do you do that? You go back again to your account by going to the website of jobs180.com. This time, hindi mo kailangan mag-register. Ang gagawin mo, mag-login. Pag login mo, lagay mo dito yung email nyo or resume link nyo, kayo lang may alam yan, at lalo na yung password nyo na kayo lang talaga may alam yan. So when you do that, you now go inside your account. Pag nasa loob na kayo ng account nyo, ano gagawin nyo? Mabilis na lang ito. Fill in the blanks. Okay? Now, I don't have to go through all the information here because definitely, alam mo naman pag sinabi ditong name, malamang pangalan nyo. Pag nakalagay dito address, malamang address nyo. Diba? So you put all the information ninyo dito. Okay, lagay nyo. Then, what else do you put in here? Importante po, lagay dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media account nyo. Diba? Hindi lang email tsaka phone number. Bakit? Most of the time, ano nangyayari? Okay, let me tell you. Marami sa inyo nilalagay nyo phone number nyo. Pero pag tinatawagan kayo ng HR, hindi nyo sinasagot, lalo na pag hindi mo kilala. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi mo sasagutin. Diba? Kasi takot kayo, baka nagsascam or whoever yung tumatawag. So ano mangyayari sa mga HR? Mag-i-email kami ngayon sa inyo. But you don't open email more often than you open your social media account. So I recommend lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak na isang HR, ilagay mo dito. Kagaya ng mga Facebook nyo or Twitter nyo para mabilis tayo makapag-PM. Private message, makapag-invite for the next step. Okay? What else do you put here? You also put here your work options, yung mga work experience nyo. Pagdating po sa work options, you can see on the screen, you have 4 options na pwede nyo pagpilian. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no switch, on, off switch. So you can choose here, example, looking for OJT, lagay mo yes, if you're looking for OJT right now. And later on, pag hindi na, turn it off. Edi lagay mo na no. Diba? So depende yan kung anong mas trip nyo or anong mas pasok dun sa hinahanap nyo right now. What the system will do is it will try to match you with companies who are also looking for the same profile with what you have. Yan yung kagandahan ng tool natin. Hindi mo kailangan mag-door-to-door para mag-submit ng resume link ninyo. Okay? What else do you put here? You put here your school under education. Even later on, okay, pagka-graduate nyo, you can also put here your schools. Yung mga nag-take pa kayo ng further studies, pwede mo rin ilagay dito. Okay, so walang limit sa space yan. Pagdating pa sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit gano'ng karami, pwede nyo ilagay dito. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo, just make sure lang alam mo yung seminar na yon. Kaya baka matanong ka sa interview. Pagdating po sa certification, ganun din. Put all the certification programs that you've had, you put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi lahat na nakikinig ngayon ay Dean's Lister. Hindi kayo lahat dito ay honor student. Diba? Ayan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. So, hindi lang po ang achievement nakabase sa academic excellence. Some of you are student leaders. So, if you're active sa school, you also put it here kung ano yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nyo. And hindi lang sa loob ng school, even outside the school. If you're active in your barangay, halimbawa, isa kang tanod, ilagay mo dyan. Diba? Yan yung mga achievement ninyo. So, you put it here. Bakit? Because what you're doing now is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to that prospective company. Okay? Now, when it comes to the skills and languages, ito yung common observation namin mga HR. Pagdating sa skills, nilalagay mo lang na skills yung mga umiikot lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat communication arts ang course mo, com arts lang ang skills na alam mo. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang engineering. Hindi porkat tourism or HRM ang course mo, ang alam mo lang na skill ay pang tourism at pang HRM. Maybe some of you are into multimedia, into photography, into videography, into something else, arts, crafts, whatever. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. Remember, what you're doing here is you're marketing yourself more effectively. Kaya kung ako sa inyo, ilagay mo dito lahat ng skills na alam ninyo. Pagdating po sa languages, ganun din. Huwag mong ilimit yan sa 2 lengguwahe lang. Because I'm sure alam nyo na yung 2. Kung 2 lang talaga alam nyo, din 2 lang. Ano tong 2 to? English and Tagalog or Filipino. Okay? Now, if you know other local dialect, Bisaya, Kapampangan, Sabacano, Ilonggo, you can also put it here. If you know foreign languages, German, French, Chinese, Japanese, diba, Korean, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. When it comes to the references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang malaking tanong dito kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. So please tell them, ginawa nyo silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, to make your life easier, kung sakali lang nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo in your Word file or maybe in your doc file, depende kung anong file nyo, PDF file, whatever file you have. Kung nakagawa ka na ng resume nyo, simple na lang. Just copy all the information inside dito. No? Ilagay mo sa loob ng resume link. Just transfer them here inside the resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? So yung mga sinabi ko, I think alam nyo na yan. Alam nyo na yan. Okay? Itong mga susunod kong papakita, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Let me start with the portfolio section. Ano yung portfolio section? This is the part where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo later on? Diploma, di ba? Transcript. Ano pa? Toga? Hindi ebidensya yung toga. Okay? Kung ano man meron nyo, di ba? Certificate, diploma, yan, ebidensya yan. Okay? Kung transcript of records is evidence na graduate na kayo. Ano ebidensya na wala kayong criminal record? NBA clearance, police clearance, di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Passport, visa, lahat ng mga sinasabi mong mga skills mo or yung mga what you're claiming that you know, you can now support them here sa portfolio section by showing those documents. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay healthy? Meron kang medical clearance. Anong ebidensya na pwede ka mag-drive ng sasakyan? Meron kang driver's license. Diba? So gets nyo na yung sinasabi ko. Ang point ko lang is you can now put the things here to support yung claim nyo of your skills. Now, you're starting to think, Sir, kung pare-pareho naman kaming graduate sa school namin, pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, same yung course namin, same yung school, same yung teachers, same yung curriculum, pare-pareho lang naman kami lahat, walang experience sa trabaho, how will we stand out? Ayan, di ba? Okay, ito ngayon yung isang magandang recommendation ko sa inyo on how you now stand out. You get your smartphones. Kunin mo yung mga smartphones nyo. Kung wala, manghiram sa kaibigan. Okay, hiram mo sa kaibigan mo. I-record mo yung selfie video mo. You say something interesting about yourself. Record it in about 30 seconds to 1 minute lang. Huwag na masyadong mahaba. Ano gagawin mo? Pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. So you answer basic questions like, tell me something about yourself. O, di ba? Ano yung mga gasgas sa tanong natin? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Just imagine na tinanong ka ng HR at sasagutin mo na lang siya. Ang maganda lang ngayon, recorded mo. So kung di mo type yung sagot, i-delete mo. Pag type mo, you save it. Then you upload it sa YouTube or sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video channel na libre, mga video converter sa online. Hanapin mo lang. And when you're done, you put that video link doon sa portfolio section nyo. O, di ba? This time, it will definitely make you stand out because depende na to sa diskarte mo on how you're going to present yourself. Okay? So I leave it up to you on how you do that. Now, another thing for you to do, na sure akong hindi to makokopya ng classmate mo, ay yung picture mo. Diba? So you put your profile picture here. Now, when it comes to the picture, hindi kailangan sobrang formal na formal. Hindi kailangan pumunta sa studio. Huwag na kayo gumastos. Ang importante dito, tumingin kayo sa camera. Plain background. Okay? Plain background, tumingin kayo sa camera. Wear something, of course. Wear something decent. Okay? Do not upload profile pictures that look like the right side of your screen. Yung mga sample na yan, hindi po maganda yung sample yan. Okay? So, huwag kayo maglagay ng ganun kasi mga sample ng profile picture. Now, another good thing pa that will make you stand out using the resume link is your cover photo. Yes! A picture paints 1,000 words. Yan ang kasabihan na very, very applicable dito. A lot of you who are listening today, hindi kayo gifted with writing skills. Hirap kayo i-express ang inyong feelings at inyong thoughts into words. Hindi mo ma-type, hindi mo ma-sulat. Tama? Hirap tayo eh. Bakit? Hindi natural sa atin yan. Pero pagdating sa picture, kaya mo i-express yung inyong personality. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist or optometrist. Sabi naman ng iba, eye expert. Di ba? Yung sa kanan, ano siya? Sabi ng iba, sir, parang IT. Sir, techie siguro kasi maraming gadget, pati stapler, gadget niya. Di ba? Halimbawa, o sabi ng iba naman, sir, parang makalat. O depende na kung how you are going to interpret it. But now, the way I see it, itong taong to, multitasker. Okay? Another good example I'm showing you is this one. Someone from psychology, someone from neurologist, or maybe someone who knows left and right. Ganun lang kasimple. No? So, depende yan how you're going to express yourself. Okay? Another good example pa, ito. Itong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin, there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. O, di ba? So, I'm showing you good examples. Hindi yan member ng Akit Bahay Gang. Hindi rin po yan social climber, in case that's what you're thinking. So, kung nagpakita ko ng magaganda example, I will also show you yung mga hindi magandang example para wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayo magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Make sure you put your picture there. Okay? Kasi maraming pangalan ngayon interchangeable. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Ako rin mismo, napagkakamalan ko yung mga aplikante, pinakita ko, Chris, George, Alex, Sam, o, di ba? Minsan isipin ko, Joey, lalaki, yung pala babae. Di ba? So you better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, when you make your resume link, dapat may laman talaga yan. Kasi kung walang laman yan, ganyan itsura niyan, blanco. And how do you expect companies will look, or HR from companies will look at your profile if you submit to them resume links that look like this? It's like submitting a piece of a paper, bond paper, or long bond paper, short bond paper na walang laman except pangalan mo. And that's the same as this one. So hindi yan papansinin ng mga HR for sure. Okay? Sayang lang oras nyo tsaka oras ng HR. Kailangan attractive. Okay? When I say attractive or catchy, do not overdo it naman. Now, this is just in my opinion. In my opinion, I think this one is not a good example. Kasi ang dating niya parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, parang chill-chill lang, no? Parang ganoon na dating. So, I leave it up to you on how you'll be, expressing yourself na dito. Okay? So, sa mga personality nyo. Alam niyo na anong dapat nyo gawin at hindi nyo dapat gawin. So, showing a very good example is si iExpert. Tingnan mo, lahat ng detalye niya, kompleto. Everything from top to bottom, kompleto lahat ng details, including yung kanyang mga portfolio section na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Pinakita niya lahat ng mga posibleng hingiin pa sa kanya ng mga HR. So bakit ko sinabi sa inyo napapabilis yung buhay dito? Hindi lang buhay nyo. Pati buhay din ng HR napapabilis. Because once you submit all this information to that company, when the HR opens your resume link and sees everything about you, dalawa lang ang pwedeng mangyari niyan. One is, nahuli mo atensyon, gusto ka niya ngayon kausapin or schedule for the next step, like interview or possibly job offer, or hindi ka nag-fit. Yun yung second. Di ba? Para at least, ang maganda rito, hindi na pabalik-balik, hindi na siya tatawag para sabihin, hello ma'am, meron ka bang evidence na graduate ka na talaga sa school na yan? Can you send me your transcript? Di ba? Can you send me yung mga evidence or yung mga sample skills or sample work mo kasi you are in IT or in graphic design? Di ba? That's yung ibig ko sabihin. Huwag nang pabalik-balik, sayang yung oras. Okay? Time is of the essence, lalo na ngayon. So you put everything there, at least pag nakita ng HR, diretso na kagad sa pagprocess sa inyo. Okay? A lot of you are now thinking, Sir, pag gumawa ako ng resume link at nilagay ko lahat ng information ko dyan, baka naman yung mga data ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung mga information ko nakalantad na sa buong internet. The answer is, no. Kaya nga siya tinawag na the most secured resume. Okay? Bakit siya tinawag na most secured resume? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Follow the screen. Inside your dashboard, when you log in, you can go to your settings. Sa settings mo, to be specific, puntahan mo yung privacy settings. In your privacy settings, you choose the information that you want to show in public. Halimbawa lang you do not want to show your birthday. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita ang inyong references. What do? Turn it off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At sino may control niyan? Kayo lang. O, di ba? Ang maganda pa rito, real-time update yan. Halimbawa, today, you decide not to show your birthday, your address, and references. And then 5 minutes later, you decide, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko. Turn it on. Real-time. 5 minutes later, the moment you save your settings, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na rin sila real-time. As in real time. Di ba? Ayos, di ba? Sige, tuloy natin. Tuloy pa natin to. So, reminders ko na lang sa mga late na dumating or kakakinig lang, when you make your resume link, make sure that your profile is interesting and attractive. Okay? Wag OA. Iba yung over naman yun. No? Wag naman ganun. So, make sure it's attractive, it's catchy. Complete all the information, especially your contact details. Kasi sayang naman lahat ng ginawa mo, nahuli mo atensyon, hindi ka makontak ng HR. So better make sure nandiyan yung mga contact details na updated. Okay? So yan. So tapos na tayo sa 2 steps. Last step na lang. Ano yung first step? Recap lang. First step is register. Wala tong bayad. Libre po yan. Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical. And the last step now is for you to submit. So you're now thinking, okay to paano ko gagamitin ngayon yung resume link? Bigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Okay, lahat ito practical application para makarelate kayo. Unang option, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com and that's where you now start to look for companies. Type the companies that you're looking for. Pag may lumabas, edi good. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Okay, huwag din pilitin. Okay? Now, you can also see there are a lot of companies, a lot of company logos that you can shop around, you can choose, learn about the company, and if you want to be part of the company, I recommend you submit your resume link kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Let me repeat what I just said. If you want to be part of an organization, if you want to be part of that company, even if you are not yet qualified, I recommend you give your resume link to that company. Bakit? Imagine, kung ngayong hapon, ngayong araw, nagsubmit ka ng resume link sa isang kumpanya na naghahanap ng 3 years experience na aplikante. Wala ka pang 3 years experience. Okay lang. Because nabigay mo na yung resume link mo sa kanya, pagdating ng 2024, siguro naman by that time, meron ka ng 3 years experience, di ba? Kasi nag-work ka na ngayon by 2021. By 2024, may 3 years experience ka na, pwede ka na ma-qualify dun sa position in-applyan mo. And you never know. That company might just contact you later on, provided that your details are still updated. So you have to update those information real time. Ayos ba? Ayos, di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Hindi mo na kailangan magbalik-balik dun sa kumpanya para sabihin, nag-apply po ko sa inyo last year. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 months ago. Wala nang ganun. Okay? Another practical application. When you submit your resumes through email, how do you do that? Madalas, ito ginagawa natin. Mag-email tayo, sasabihin natin, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Ano gagawin nyo? I-attach mo yung Word file mo or PDF file mo. Tama? If that is how you're doing it, wag mo nang gawin yon. Wag ka na mag-attach ng anything sa email. Pampabagal lang yan, tsaka makaluma na yung style na yan. Bakit ko sinabi yon? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan talaga mag-attach ng anything. Ang gagawin mo, i-type mo na lang doon sa email mo yung resume link mo. Example, Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position. And this is my resume. In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, 01.jobs180.com. That's it. Submit. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Send. Every time meron kang babaguhin sa details mo, hindi mo na kailangan padalhan yung HR. Kasi kung ginagamit mo mga attachment, ang kulit niyan eh. Ang kulit, saka nakapagod. Ano gagawin mo pag nagbago ka ng phone number? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. Mamaya-maya, 2 weeks later, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. O di ba? Every time meron kang babaguhin, padala ka na padala doon sa HR. Nakapagod yan. Hindi lang sa part nyo, kundi sa part din namin sa mga HR to keep track which one yung pinaka-updated na details. So this time, wala na kailangan. Palit-palit na lang kayo ng details nyo. Update na lang sa loob ng resume link. Ayos ba? Ayos pa. Okay, tuloy pa natin to. Okay? If you want to print your resume, this is now the good news. You can now print your resume link. No matter how much information you have, the system will try to compress everything into one page. So kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng papel at mag-submit sa mga kumpanya, walang kaso. Pumunta ka lang sa dashboard mo, hanapin mo yung print na option at mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version ang gusto mo i-print. What the system will do is it will try to compress everything into one page para tipid na. O, di ba? Now, usapang tipid. Ito mas tipid pa. Gusto mo mag-print ng resume pero gusto mo magtipid. Itong gawin mo. Gumawa ka ng resume link card. Ano tong resume link card? Sa isang pirasong long bond or short bond paper, mag-design ka ng maraming resume link card. No, maliliit lang, parang business card ang dating. In one piece of paper, I think you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa size ng papel mo. At ang importante na ilagay mo dyan sa resume link card mo ay syempre ang inyong resume link. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan ilagay lahat ng details mo sa resume sa loob ng maliit na papel. Lagay mo lang resume link mo. And that is what you now give to the companies when you start applying. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Diba? Tipid. Hindi lang tipid. Secured pa. Tingnan nyo. If you submit yung big paper resume nyo, long bond paper, sinubmit mo sa isang kumpanya, nag-apply ka. For some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Yung nakapulot ng papel na yan, alam na buong detalye mo because everything is in that one-page printout. Now, if you lose that small piece of paper, don't worry. Meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Yung mga kapulot niyan, limited sa privacy settings mo because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings kahit na i-type niya yan sa browser. Okay? So, ang recommend ko rin sa mga nakikinig, use the gadget. Take advantage of the technology. Use your gadget, your laptop, your cell phone, your tablet, kung ano man. Okay? Para ngayon kasi, this day and age, technology ang gamitin natin. Kung mano-mano pa rin kayo, wala kayong gadget, okay lang, huwag kayong malungkot. You can still submit to the companies by just simply writing the resume link on a piece of paper. As simple as that. Okay? So again, Sa mga nagtatanong, ano yung mga guidelines ko para makagawa ako ng job-winning resume? Ito yung guideline ko. Ito yung checklist ko. Are you using the right tool? That's the ultimate question. There are so many tools right now, but these are the things that you should consider when you make your resume. And that is the resume link. It already addresses the following. Number one, security ng information mo. I hope by this time, you have peace of mind. Ito na ang pinaka-secured na information because you have the ultimate control over your privacy setting. Pangalawa, the speed of hire becomes faster. It becomes more efficient because whatever you need, whatever the HR needs, you can already put it inside the resume link. Another thing is that it's flexible. If you want to print, just in case lang gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume nyo, you have the option to print it. And you don't have to worry about saan ko sinave yung file na yan, saan ko tinago, wala nang ganun. Just log into your account and print. Mamili ka lang kung 1 column or 2 column version. At higit sa lahat, wala po itong bayad. Tipid po ito. Walang bayad. Okay? Ang kailangan mo lang, of course, internet. Sa mga nag-iisip sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data, pwede ka naman makakonect sa internet na walang data eh. Punta ka sa libreng wifi. Di ba? Baka yung kapitbahay nyo may libreng wifi, o makagamit ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, may sweldo na, bayaran mo yung wifi niya. O di ba? Bawi-bawi lang yan. No? Give and take. And there are a lot more benefits to just what I've mentioned. Marami pang iba. You can share your resume link to whatever platform you want to share it to. Gusto mo i-text? Gusto mo siya i-private message? Gusto mo i-send via Viber? Kayo bahala. Pwede mo i-share. Basta kayo may control. Ganun lang kasimple. No? Kung hindi mo ito binigay sa kahit kanino, hindi malalaman to nung taong yon. And you don't have to save it to whatever USBs or hard drive. No need na. Wala rin tong mga tipong version na kailangan pa mag-compatible. Walang ganun. Lahat ito compatible. Pwede lahat. Okay? So, shout out na lang ako. Shout out to all our school partners. By the grace of God, right now, we have about 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. So, thank you. We're very thankful for this opportunity that we're able to do this kahit tayo nasa loob ng bahay, kahit kayo ay nasa loob ng bahay. So, hindi tayo physically nagpe-present, pero nakakatulong pa rin tayo, especially if you have friends or relatives whom you think would need this tool. Please share this to them. Okay? Sa mga nagtatanong naman ng mga frequently asked questions, sasagutin ko na. Ito kasi yung mga common questions na kadalasan tinatanong sa akin. Ang tanong, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. It depends kung sino ang bibigyan mo. Ikaw may ultimate control niyan. Okay? Pangalawang question, is this the same as other job platform like LinkedIn, JobStreet, iba pang mga job site? The answer is no. Meron tong dalawang major difference. Yes. Lalo na pagdating sa security. Okay. Of course, explain lang ako Okay. With respect to the other sites that I've mentioned, let me just use JobStreet as an example para lang mas makarelate, no? Para makarelate. You can only use JobStreet resume if you're applying to companies who are also using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. With your resume link, you can use this to any type of company, any platform, wherever they are. Kahit sa loob ng Pilipinas or sa labas ng Pilipinas, pwede mong applyan. Kahit hindi niya alam ang Jobs 180, basta alam niya ang resume link mo, pwede niya mabuksan ang profile at makita according to your settings. That's the first difference. Pangalawang difference, kung nabigay mo na, kung na-submit mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng data mo nandun na yan sa HR. Yes. Hindi na magbabago yan real time. With your resume link, na-submit mo today, mali pala number mo, na-submit mo today, mali pala yung spelling mo, you can always edit it, enter, save it, real-time update. Lahat ng bigyan mo ng resume link, updated real-time. Okay, tuloy tayo sa number 3 question. Number 3 question is the easiest question. Ang tanong dito is, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay? That's the reason why I'm sharing this to you. Okay? Number 4, I think this is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? Ang sagot dito, hindi araw-araw, hindi linggo-linggo, hindi buwan-buwan, hindi taon-taon. Ang sagot dito ay every time. Every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Yan ang importante. You have to update your contact details every time na meron kayong papalitan doon. Kasi yan yung paraan para makontak kayo ng mga companies. And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around. Yan, di ba? 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360. Kasi kung 360, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Edi balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang, balik-balik ka lang. Di wala nangyari. Diba? So you have to do it 180 degrees. It's a straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, sa jobs180.com, or email us, email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram para makakuha kayo ng mga latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget yung wa. Okay? Baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Na nagsasabing, be safe at isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Sir Kim. Ayan. Thank you, sir. Your device is loading lang po, no?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, pero wala kayong video. Is that okay?
Pasensya na, I'm currently out right now. I'm trying to turn on my cam.
Nag-ano na,
Trying to
sir?
turn on my cam.
May delay lang po.
Okay.
Okay, sige, sir. Okay, the setup is good. So, sir, I'll keep it to
Okay.
2 questions. So, to our audience, please put in your questions. First question, sir. Is it important to have a cover letter? Ginagamit pa ba yun sa HR?
Ginagamit pa ba ang cover letter? Ginagamit pa ba
Yes,
ang
sir.
cover
Yes.
letter? Pwede, you can put your cover letter sa resume link to write your objectives and then quickly introduce yourself, 'di ba? Parang summarize it lang in a few words. So ganun in a few words, in a few sentences. You put there your profile. So ganun yung cover letter. The good thing with the resume link is that it also has a portion there where you can put not only yung words, but you can also express yourself through images. Ayan, yan yung isang okay rin doon. Yeah.
Alright, thank
Ayan.
you for that, sir. Last question na lang po since we have a lot of students here watching and we're expecting them to graduate in a couple of months. Can we please ask like how soon they can start sending out their applications or can they send it kahit hindi pa po sila nag-graduate officially?
Oo naman. Wala naman pong bawal sa dami ng pwedeng applyan. You don't have to wait until yung time na kayo ay tawag niyan ay graduate na, tsaka pa lang kayo maghanap ng trabaho, no? Or tsaka pa lang kayo create ng resume link. So what you can do as early as now, regardless of your year level, if you're listening and you're still in senior high school or maybe you're in your freshman, sophomore, junior year, pwede ka na gumawa ng resume link. Ayan. So ano yung mga maganda dyan? Pag gumawa ka ng resume link, automatically you'll be getting notifications from companies. No? So ikaw na lang bahala kung i-entertain mo ba sila or hindi. Ayan, yan yung una. Another thing is you'll be getting a lot of invitations, especially for events like this. Kung yung alma mater ninyo, meron mga event, kagaya ng webinars, you'll be getting invitations. Another one is you will also be getting invitations for virtual job fairs. Ayan, alam niyo naman ngayon, diba, marami tayong activities, no? Year in, year out, normally may mga job fair ginagawa yung school. So makaka-receive din kayo ng invitation na yon. Now, to answer yung question ni Ma'am Shari, when you start applying to companies, make sure lang that you do your research. Dapat alam mo yung pinupuntahan mong kumpanya or yung a-applyan mo. Okay? Kasi one of the basic questions that the company might ask you is that, what do you know about the company? Kung hindi mo masagot yung tanong na yun kasi hindi ka nag-research, kakaalaman na, bookingan time na yan. Oo. So, walang limit sa dami ng pwedeng applyan. You can start applying anytime. Okay. Total naman sa interview, malalaman din naman ng HR at sasabihin mo rin naman totoo kung ready ka na by when. Diba? In a few months time or in a few weeks time. Or baka in some cases, naghahanap sila ng part-time or contractual or ano ba isa pa tawag dyan? Yung may period base lang, no? Yung parang project base, 'yon. So these are all opportunities that you can explore. 'Yon. Gamitin mo lang resume link. Walang ano diyan. Walang ano.
Thank you for that, sir. Ayan. So, just to be transparent to everyone, the first video by Sir Kim, it was a recorded session na yun. 4 times na nandyan siya out on the field siya na pwede namin gamitin. And
Ang
thank you
kinarir
for
ko
that.
lang, sinabay ko yung suot ko doon sa recorded video, sa suot ko ngayon.
Ayan, thank you, sir. Sir, I've been notified that we can keep on asking questions. So,
Okay, sige.
my next question would be, di ba, sir, a while ago you told them that if you created or you completed a resume link, you get notified by companies. How
That's
will
correct.
this happen, sir? Since hindi naman po sila makikita ng company kasi hindi naman sila nag-apply.
Okay. So in our system, sa Jobs 180 na resume link, meron dyan algorithm. Na, not to sound super technical naman, ganito lang kasimple, no? In simple explanation, kung ano yung profile na create mo, ano yung mga pinagpipili mo na parameters about yourself. Example lang, di ba? You're a graduate of this course, you are from this location, you are ganitong level, di ba? Depende kung ano yung nilagay mo doon, no? Fresh grad, may 5 years experience, depende. What the system will do is it will try to match yung profile mo doon sa mga hinahanap ng mga companies. So, through technology na, no, mamamatch na siya, and then you'll be getting those invitation diretso na sa resume link mo. So when you
Parang
log in,
automated yun, sir.
oo,
Hindi,
automated na.
I mean,
Oo.
hindi siya filtered or hindi HR yung nag-send. Kumbaga yung system, minamatch sila
Oo.
to possible
That's
job
one
ads.
side of it. That's one side of it. Now when companies naman will be say going back doon sa information na gusto nila hanapin, kasi sa loob po ng HR system na pinoprovide natin sa mga companies, pwede rin sila mag-match ng mga keywords. So kung nagsa-search sila ng mga information, tapos nagkataon yung mga information na hinahanap nila nandoon sa profile mo, then you'll be possible na pwede kang kontakin ng mga companies.
Pero at the
Diba?
end of the day, sir, they have to apply. Like, they have to send their profiles to these companies po. Is that
Yes,
correct?
definitely, you need to submit your profile. Kasi pag
If
hindi ka
hindi ka
nag-submit sa mga
nag-submit,
companies, hindi
hindi ka
nila
part ng
malalaman
circle.
yung resume link
Okay.
mo. 'Di ba? Yun yung importante doon, no? Gumawa ka nga ng profile mo, hindi ka naman nag-submit, hindi ka nag-apply, edi wala nang mangyayari, 'di ba? Oo. May
Okay,
mamamatch
okay.
lang, may mamamatch lang. Pero pag hindi ka nag-call to action, 'di ba? In-invite ka tapos hindi mo naman ni respond yung invitation nila, then you won't be getting definitely you won't be getting any follow-ups, no, from the companies. Ayan.
Ayan. So, to our job seeker, so, case in point, hindi kayo masa-search ng companies like, gusto niya pumunta sa jobs.com, hanap siya ng accountancy major, hindi yun possible. So, you would have to send out your applications to these companies for them to be able to see your profile. But, system-based, may automation naman tayo na minamatch yung opportunities or yung job ads doon sa profile ng student. So, for student or user or applicant, ayan. So, you see it on your dashboard. These are possible job ads that you might want. Ganyan. Parang automated na siya. So, those are two ways on how you can explore opportunities. Ayan. So, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Sir Kim. I guess my last question na lang po, sir, for this event is that if, for example, we are fresh graduates and we're seeking out applications like actively, is it okay to like withdraw application at the middle? Like, kahit nasend mo na
Yes.
pero hindi, I mean, madami ka nang nasend, hindi ka pa naman nila natawagan. So, would it be respectful to like withdraw application? And
That's a
how
good thing
how
also with the resume link, Ma'am Shari. Kasi pagka nakapag-submit ka na sa mga kumpanya, in the face-to-face setting, in case lang you change your mind or whatever yung nangyari na gusto mo nang hindi ipagpatuloy, no, you want to retract your application, what happens then is that you have to go back to the company, no, physically, and request it yung sinabit mong resume sa kanila. Now, pwede naman yun because you have all the right, no, to do that. However, on the practicality of it is that kung ikaw yung HR, hahanapin mo pa yun, di ba? Kumbaga, hahanapin mo sa files mo, o baka na-shred mo na yung resumes kasi maybe few weeks na no ang nakalipas nung nag-apply yung aplikante sa'yo. Now, using this tool sa resume link, ang maganda dyan is that when you have already submitted your resume to the company, pwede mo at any time withdraw your application by just clicking the button. So you can click the button lang, ganun kabilis, na pwede mo na siya i-withdraw application nyo, and hindi maintindihan naman to ng HR because on the HR side, when you do that, no, pag withdraw mo yung application mo, mag-reflect na siya dun sa system nila na this person withdrew the
I don't know if it's me or if it's Sir Kim, but we're breaking up.
advantages. Tsaka sa panahon ngayon,
Sir,
like ko nga
naputol ka na.
sinasabi, naputol ako. Saan na?
Topic ka na,
Sige,
sir, a little
sa
bit.
Shopee.
Ayan.
Oo nga,
So,
sorry. So,
sir, wrap
ulitin
up
ko
na
lang yung
natin
portion na yun.
since the next speaker is here. Would it be
Mm.
okay to wrap up?
Okay, sige. So, ganun lang gusto ko sabihin, no? Very flexible itong platform natin, itong resume link. Maraming advantages, marami siyang benefits, and the best part there is that ikaw ang may full control. When I say ikaw as a job seeker, no, you have full control over your information, especially your privacy settings. Ayan. So, yun lang.
Right.
Gawa na
Thank
kayo.
you, thank you,
Resume link
thank
lang.
you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, have a great day, sir. Thank you. And ingat po.
Thank you. Ingat po kayo. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So next up, here to discuss virtual interviews, we have Miss Kathy Claire Velasquez, recruitment supervisor for CDO Foodsphere. Miss Kathy is a graduate of BA Behavioral Sciences from UP Manila. She's been with CDO Foodsphere for almost 4 years, and currently she is the supervisor of HR recruitment. Miss Casey, can you please join us?
Hi, hello, good
Hi, ma'am. Good
morning.
morning. Ma'am, can we test your screen?
Sure.
Screen.
Let me just check.
Yeah. So for today, ma'am, we have a variety of courses joining us from Norzagaray and Forbes College in Bicol. Ma'am, it's up. So I leave you to it po. So see you
All
po in 2
right.
minutes. You know the drill,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank
Yes,
you.
I know. Thank you. Right, good morning, Norzagaray College and Forbes College. Students, fresh graduates, and job seekers. I hope everyone is feeling great and doing good today. My name is Kathy Claire Velasquez, but you may call me Miss Casey later on. And I'm a recruiter and also the current recruitment supervisor in CDO Foodsphere Inc. So, my topic for today's session would be giving you tips for a successful virtual job interviews, and also I'll be also giving you tips on what to wear on virtual interviews and how to answer basic interview questions. Okay, so to start with my presentation, I know most of you students are now excited to graduate and also land your dream or successful job. So, however, before landing that dream job, you need to prepare several things for the job interview. So, ano ba tong interviews, no? So, it is your chance to sell your skills and abilities to your targeted possible employer. This is also your chance to find out if the job and also the company are right for you. So, for example, yung company that you're applying for, does it share the same values that you have, and also the same culture that you are expecting to have. Okay, so there. Here are some tips in preparing, no, for the scheduled virtual interviews. Usually scheduled naman ito. Tip number one would be research. So do your research before the interview. Research on what? First would be on the company that you're interested to apply for, and also the position. So during interviews, it is important for us, employers or recruiters, to know how interested you are in applying in our company. This is being manifested in how well you know our company and also the products or services being offered. For example, yan. So as a recruiter, no, parang kami yung doing the screening on the initial interview. So usually, I get to interview mga fresh graduates with no experience yet. And yan, syempre, I can't ask yung mga previous experiences related to the position. But I'm more of asking generic questions. So parang how did you come to know about CDO? How well do you know about our company, and so on. So parang one example is very memorable. I've asked, since you're interested to apply in CDO, could you name top three of your favorite products of CDO? And na-mention niya sabi niya, ma'am, hot dogs, ma'am, corned beef. Sabi ko, could you be more specific? Kasi we have several brands, ganyan. Ang nabanggit niya is, trying to remember, is our competitor. So, syempre, it would be an automatic minus point for the applicant syempre, for obvious reason. Okay, so very important to research. Number two, answer questions using experience. So rather than giving hypothetical answers like, if that happens to me, Ma'am Casey, I will do this, I will do that. Instead, give answers like, I can relate that scenario to a project that I work on back in college or an extracurricular activity that I had. In that way, we can assess you better on how you handle certain situations. So, ano bang example pa niyan? I tend to ask, you're saying part of your skills in the resume is that you are good in time management. So could you cite situations where being good in managing your time is manifested? So yun, parang mas maganda if you could relate it to your specific project or a thesis, a research that you handled before. So, para we could really assess in reality, how would you react on a certain situation. Okay? Tip number 3, give your full attention during interview. So, nowadays, dahil nag-pandemic, it's been 2 years now, you're at home, make sure you find the most conducive place to have your online interview, and also inform your family members that you have a scheduled interview to avoid having them um, distract you in the middle of your interview. So, as I mentioned, usually it's a scheduled interview, so you have time to prepare. Paki-inform yung mga relatives or paki-ayos yung environment that you'll be having, where you'll be having your interview. Okay, so ano ba yung other distractions aside from the mentioned? Ito yung, if you have a pet, mga fur parents dyan, it could be, one distraction po is yung bark of your pets, cry of your siblings if may babies or may mga toddlers, no? And minsan, the sound of your television, your radio, yun. So, syempre, as I've mentioned, conducive place, meaning dapat maayos, malinis, and talaga makaka-focus ka on the interview. Okay? Why this is important? So, this may greatly affect your interview because you are distracted and it sometimes may affect your answers, no? Minsan yung eye contact din, minsan napupunta din yung attention doon, tapos hindi na naintindihan yung question ni recruiter. Okay? Tip number 4 is provide honest answers. Recruiters are trained to detect if you're telling the truth or lying. So, better to answer honestly. So, hindi naman sinasabi psychologists or recruiters are parang mind readers. Hindi. It's more of nagre-reflect or na-manifest siya on how you answer and then the content of your answer or message. No? So, better be honest and sincere than giving us lies. No? Paano siya namin na-detect? So, it's through probing questions. So, minsan pa pinapaikot-ikot lang ni recruiter, no, hanggang sa biglang na-realize namin hindi natugma yung sinasabi mo, meaning gumagawa ka ng kwento. So, yun. This way, we also can endorse you by being honest for a role that will fit your background or interests better. So, personal experience that I'd like to share. After graduating, I was clueless of what I wanted to pursue as a career path, no? And I have a friend in CDO that time. Parang sabi niya, sige, apply ka, interview kita. And then I was not aware of what particular position that I'm applying for that time. So parang sabi niya, we have HR opening. And then I have applied, and in the middle of my applications, I learned that it's for training and OD. And parang I realized during internship, I'm not for OD and training. So parang sabi ko, baka I need to assess ano bang gusto ko. So after reflection, sinabi ko na I think I'm much more better fit for a recruitment role. Sorry for parang dun sa time na nasasayang, but yun, if you have a recruitment position available, I'd like to be considered for that role. So syempre, I was not able to pass the training because I intently said that I'd like to be considered for the recruitment. And after a couple of weeks, luckily, there's an opening and I landed my first job up until now. Okay. Right. Other example, minsan usually interview minsan criminology, teachers, education. Ay sabi ko, I'm curious, why are you applying in a food manufacturing company and it's not really related to your course? Sabi nila, ma'am, it's not really my first parang first choice of course, or pinilit lang, or choice of the parents, yan. So after graduating, parang hindi ko talaga siya gustong i-pursue. I mean, the teaching or yung sa pagpupulis, no? So, they're applying for any office-related position. So, yun, mas maganda you'd be honest para we can assess saan ka mas better fit, okay? Tip number 5, be presentable. So later on, we'll be discussing more about it, giving you tips about it. But yan, in general, avoid using pajamas. So ngayong pandemic, I know medyo naiba na yung normal practice natin at home, no? So minsan, very comfortable na tayo in wearing our PJs all through the day, no? Yun. So avoid using pajamas or ternos, no? Wear a blouse or a collared shirt if you'd be having your interview. So, mas prefer natin yung smart casual attire. No? This is a way of telling the interviewer that you're prepared for the meeting. And this goes as well with your environment. As I've mentioned, conducive place dapat. So, make sure to clean the area that can be seen in the video as it gives you a good impression that you are somewhat organized. No? So, I'm not saying to clean all of your entire home, no. It's more of yung the background that can be seen dun sa video. Okay? Tip number 6, be on time, or actually be earlier than the scheduled time, to give you enough time to check if your audio, your video, or internet connection are all working prior to the call or the interview. Also, explore or familiarize yourself with the platforms to be used. No, with the different companies, I know they're using different platforms in conducting their interviews. For CDO specifically, we're using Google Meet. If you're not familiar with Google Meet yet, kindly explore it before actually having the interview via Google Meet. For others, there's the Skype, the Zoom, and etc. Okay. Moving on. Yan. So, let me share you tips on what to wear naman. Syempre, wearing a good suit is not enough to be hired, but it plays an important role in making you help give a good impression with your recruiter or your potential employer. Okay, so it is best to treat a virtual interview like a traditional interview. Traditional interview meaning yung person-to-person interview. And wear a suit or other business attire or smart casual attire would be a good option. So, yan. Number 1, syempre, make sure your clothes fit you properly and perfectly. So, since the interviewer will likely only see you from your waist up, this means your jacket, your blazer, or top should be tailored to your size. Pangit naman yung super, I'm not sure, no, but during the pandemic, minsan yung iba mas nag-iba na yung weight, no? Minsan mas sumikip na yung damit nila, or mas mapayat. So, masyadong maluwag naman yung kanilang magiging choice of clothing. So, very important is make sure may trial fit po muna kayo ng inyong susuotin. Sabi ko naman, scheduled siya, so you have an ample time to prepare all of this. No? So make sure na fit po yung magiging chosen top nyo. Okay? Number 2, syempre, will be focusing on the cleanliness. So having fresh, iron clothing would be a vital or important in setting your mind. Psychologically, may effect lang po din siya in making your mind prepared and also focused during the interview. Third would be formality, or dressing up at the interview is a simple way to show that you are a professional. So, when in doubt, mama, hindi ko alam kung anong dress code ng company nila eh. When in doubt, syempre, you dress up. So, parang one step higher than the employees. Meaning, kung ano yung usual attire nila on a typical day, medyo taasan mo ng konti para mag-stand out po kayo as an applicant, no? And then, know your audience. So, ito yung sinasabi natin, match the context, no? If you're interested to apply to, let's say, a media company or a tech company, food manufacturing company, it would be very different, no? So, very important to know your audience. So, meron tayong tinatawag na parang may conservative fashion style versus creative fashion style if you're more of a marketing side or sales, no? And the basics, number 4, that would be for men. This includes a fresh shave, or if you wanted to maintain your facial hairs, siguro trimmed, basta you're presentable, no? For women, siguro important if you could, syempre, look good and confident. So that would include a simple or conservative makeup. Okay? So, example, some clothing ideas for women. So, ito yung jacket or blazers and slacks. Bakit kasama yung pambaba, no? Yun nga po, no, may effect lang siya on psychologically. So, mas nafe-feel mo na serious and also professional dapat yung maging mood nyo during the interview. So, yan, it would help. And also, iniiwasan natin yung, minsan, there would come a time na nagkaroon ng emergency, you have to stand up, and yun, ayaw naman natin nakita that you're wearing pajamas down there. Okay? Next is interview dress. So, it's a trusty companion for busy professionals. So, lalo na yung mga hindi masyadong maano sa fashion, ayaw na nila mag-isip ano yung pang papartner sa pambaba. So, yung go-to natin would be dress. Shoes, wildcard po siya, no? So, if in a virtual interview, it is unlikely anybody will see your shoes. Wala naman yung pagtatanong na ipakita yung shoes, no? But, if wearing formal shoes helps you to focus and also feel confident, syempre, you wear them. Wala naman pong magpipigil sa inyo. For men naman, before going to men, nandito yung do's and don'ts. So, for the don'ts, syempre, would be avoiding yung excessive accessories and also jewelries. Lalo yung mga big that makaka-distract during the interview. No bright color sana, more of neutral colors po tayo, like gray, navy blue, what else? White. For the white, very tricky lang siya, no? Avoid white kapag lalo na nasa white background kayo. And also, minsan masyado siyang maliwanag on the perspective ng recruiter or ng interviewer. So, kung mag-white po tayo, make sure to contrast it with a blazer or a jacket, no? Okay. Next, for men, yan. So, ito more of, madali lang naman si men, no? Yung the usual business attire would be the suit, dress shirt, necktie, and shoes, no? For suit color, syempre, would be going to neutral colors, as I've mentioned, and recommended would be navy blue or gray suit. Dress shirt, pang loob, wear a dress shirt that offers some contrast with your suit, as I've mentioned a while ago. Wearing white would be a good option or recommended. But to mix it up, you can wear a patterned dress shirt just to give contrast po. For the necktie, would be going to simple colors and designs. hindi naman po tayo yung, kasi may mga iba-ibang neckties dyan na very loud yung colors, patterned, iiwasan po natin yung mga stripes or pati dun sa ating clothing, please avoid wearing may mga writings, no? Siguro it look good sa inyo, but it would appear a bit informal dun sa ating interview. Okay? And then sa shoes, as I've mentioned, it's an optional attire during the virtual interview, syempre. But some people find that wearing formal shoes helps them to stay focused during the interview or the entire interview. Okay? Now, let us move on how to answer basic interview questions. So, it's okay to practice. Nandito na, ang dami, pag sini-research mo sa internet, ang dami-daming sample basic interview questions, no? Ito na yung tinatawag nating mga gas-gas questions of recruiters or the employers. Okay? So, it's okay to practice just to just prepare some facts, situations that you may relate to the questions. But, never memorize. So, halata rin siya kahit phone interview na you are parang memorizing or reading kasi lalo na pag memorize natin, you tend to nagba-black out. Tapos, minsan nag-stutter kasi hindi ma-pick up yung anong word yung sinulat talaga. So, siguro mas maganda, yun nga, practice, prepare your possible answers. Yan. Minsan kapag alam mo na yun, you can parang paikot-ikutin mo lang, makukuha mo naman na every answers to the questions. Okay? So, syempre, ang gas-gas number 1 question would be, tell me about yourself. Bakit ba namin siya continuously tinatanong? So, somewhat, it's a form of breaking the ice sa ating, syempre, first meeting namin ng applicant, no? So, breaking the ice, alam ko, kinakabahan siya. So, it's a good start. And also, it's very simple but very crucial. So, dun pa lang kasi malalaman mo na yung minsan interests, hobbies, personal information that are not disclosed on their resume. So it's good to ask that. There. So, yan. So dito, don't give your complete employment history if you're experienced job seeker. Instead, give a concise answer that shows your personality. Very important. Para mas makilala ka ni recruiter or ni employer, something interesting about you and why you are fit for the job. So, for example, hi, I'm Casey. I just graduated with my degree, state your degree. It's a behavioral sciences, let's say, last 2 months ago. And bakit ko ba siya pinursue? I pursued the field of study because I have always been interested on understanding different perspective and also social relationships. While looking for a job, while unemployed, I have been busy with helping with my with the household chores, planting trees, and also conducting voluntary works. No, and I'm interested to apply for the role because, and also to the company because I believe we share the same values and I'll be a great contribution to the team. Then, yan. Hopefully, nasagot ko yan. No? Minsan kasi ang naririnig kong automatic answer dyan, tell me about yourself. Kung ano lang din yung nakasulat sa resume niya. Ma'am, I'm living in ganito, complete address pa nga. Minsan, binibigay din the whole family history like the name, the age. That's good to share, but yun nga, no, is it important dun sa ina-applyan mo? Parang ganyan. Number 2, why do you want to work at this company? Beware of the generic answers like, ma'am, kasi I heard a good, parang good feedback that you're offering great benefits, a good salary, or it could give me a great work experience. So, minsan ang tanong ko doon, who's your source? Kanino po nalaman? Ganyan. So, sabi lang nila, ay ma'am, parang I assumed or nakita ko lang sa internet eh. So, yun, syempre, babalik din sa atin yung magiging answer nyo. So, syempre, dito papasok yung sinabi ko kanina in preparing virtual interviews. Do your research and point to something that makes the company unique that really appeals to you. I myself, for example, no, parang I've been interested to apply in CDO because of the foundation niya. So, I'd like to kasi to involve myself in voluntary work. So, yun yung hinighlight ko. So, I want to join your company because um, I've been interested to apply in the companies that give back, gives interest to the other people and also helping the communities back po. So, yeah. Later I'll be talking about the foundation that the CDO have, okay? Yun. So, ano pa, yung iba naman, ma'am, I'm interested to apply because you're offering this. Minsan, it's a good, ano din po, yung the benefits, no? Lalo na pandemic, so you'd be liking to work in a company that offers HMO or health insurance or may education support or allowances, mga ganyan. Next, why should we hire you? So, that's question number 3. This question seems too forward and intimidating for some, lalo na kung fresh graduate. Kasi ano ba yung may offer mo talaga? Paano mo siya sasagutin? But if asked, syempre, this is your chance to sell yourself and skills po. Ma'am, as a fresher, I know I lack things, no? I lack experience, knowledge, but as a fresh graduate, I am very optimistic and ready to learn and get started. So I believe I could give a new perspective, fresh ideas, and parang outside the box that may help the team in achieving its goal. So siguro yun yung what you can offer, mas maganda to focus on. Number 4, what are your greatest strengths? When answering, think of quality, not quantity. Usually kasi minsan hanap sa internet ano ba yung mga positive adjectives, no? Napakadami. Eto, mas maganda if talagang you reflect, ito ba talaga yung strengths that I have? And maganda is to support it with an experiential answer that I've mentioned. So, are you good in leadership? Are you good in time management? What else? Are you good in or being punctual or punctuality? Yun, it's also considered a strength, no? Just to cite an example, in terms of leadership, I believe my top one strength would be leadership. So why? I could relate to that on my back in college where I was voted or nominated as the president of the student council, and I was able to spearhead several programs, and they all turned out successful. So yun, very evident din yung sa time management. Back in college, ma'am, I had to work part-time or a working student, and I was able to balance my academics and work. And now I'm a graduate. So, yan, parang sobrang solid yung example niya because nag-lay out ng facts, no, during the her answers po. Siyempre, kung may weakness, may strengths, may weaknesses, no? Bakit ba natin to tinatanong? Interviewers ask this to identify red flags and also to assess your self-awareness and honesty. So, ano ba tong red flags? For recruiter, no, mayroon tayo tinatawag na red flags. Ito yung mga hindi ko to i-hire because ito siya. So, and yun nga, no, makikita or magigauge din natin yung inyong self-awareness and honesty. Kasi minsan aware ka na wala ka rin ginagawa some improvement to improve your weaknesses or your areas that you lack of. Okay, so think of something that you have a struggle with, but you are please emphasize that you are working on it po to improve. For example, ma'am, I know that I'm introverted and I believe my weakness would be public speaking. But during after graduation, I've involved myself on parang church activities where I led the group or during gatherings, on family reunions, I tend to involve myself and a volunteer to be the leader of the program. Parang ganyan. Minsan, communication skills naman. Ma'am, I've tried practicing my vocabulary by watching English movies, reading, what else? Practicing writing an essay, yun. So, that would be a great example. 6, ito, for ano naman siya, for experience or job seekers na with past work or employment. Why are you leaving your current job? Very tricky, and lalo na kung meron talaga kayong bad situation scenario that with your past employer, no? Here, provide honest answer and try to keep things on a positive note. So, syempre, honest, no, ma'am, I resigned because I'm really looking for personal growth and continuous learning, and I believe parang during my past employment, I became stagnant, or I really like to career shift and practice HR, parang ganyan. 7th, what motivates you? A common answer that I usually get from my applicants would be, syempre, automatically, what motivates you? My family. But try to answer related or important dun sa position that you're applying for. So, for example, what motivates you, ma'am? My motivation is continuous growth and learnings, or coaching, or the environment that I will be working with. Yun. So, maganda. Kasi ito yung magigage natin yung what will make you stay sa company for the longest time. Yan. I know naman family is your motivation, no? But other than that, siguro cite or focus your answers that are relevant dun sa role that you're applying for. Okay. Reminders lang. So, just cite sa 7, no? Sample basic questions or gas question. For the reminders, lalo na sa mga freshers, don't feel nervous about being nervous. So, automatic yan. Kahit ako din nung first job or first interview ko. But most employers or interviewers understand that you are nervous. Ano bang gusto nating makita lang dito? Employers want to see how you react under pressure, and not how you act like pressure doesn't exist, no? Minsan, yung iba sobrang hindi kinakaya yung nervous, umiiyak, or talagang nabablank out sila. So, siguro, as a recruiter, no, I give consideration, siguro, you may pause for a minute, calm yourself, and let's continue after you're ready. Parang ganon. Next is interviews improve with practice. I myself, just to share personal experience, no. Hindi lang naman si CDO ang in-applyan ko that time, and I've had several interviews, and from there I've learned ano ba yung mga dapat i-practice, or i-improve pa for the next interview. So, kahit sobrang dami mo ng interviews, take that as an learning experience. And, syempre, sa dami niyan, makakaland ka rin po ng nararapat or God's will for you. Okay? I'd like to also introduce you to our company, no, for those na hindi familiar in CDO Foodsphere. Right. So, just a brief introduction or background of CDO. We are actually, it's 46 years now in the industry. We are a food manufacturing company based in the Philippines. Our distribution is nationwide, and currently we have 5,200 plus employees. For the products, we have 400 plus products and 20 plus brands. And syempre, we are ISO certified. A quick trivia, ano ba ang CDO mean? It stands for Corazon Dairoong. That's the name of our founder. And we have 2 manufacturing plants, one in Valenzuela, located in Metro Manila, and the other one is in Malvar, Batangas. But we have different possessions available naman nationwide, kasi distribution nationwide naman po. So we have field sales that are open sa Bicol, Batangas, North Luzon, South Luzon, and Mindanao areas po. Okay? Yan. Let me just read our vision and mission. So CDO, we champion meal times and unite families through food that calls them home. We live to bring them the freshness and delight of home-style cooking that fills their heart. We will be the most trusted food company, loved for how our food creations bring and bond all generations of people together. For our values, our all our programs and management decisions are all anchored to our values that we have. Kaya we're looking for applicants then that share the same values that we practice. So one is passionate and passionate about customers and consumers, innovative and entrepreneurial. We have love for God. We value integrity and also open and collaborative. Product categories. So, as I've mentioned, meat processing kami. And these are the products that we ventured out. Medyo bago na si dairy and sweet preserves, no? Frozen meat, canned fish, dairy, and sweet preserves. So, for example lang, just to familiarize yourself, yan, yung mga Bibo hot dogs, Idol, Holiday. For the hams, yung mga holiday ham, chicken ham, bacon, patties, yung mga ulam burger, fantastic tocino, skinless longganisa, and many more, no? We also have breaded products like crispy burger or tonkatsu and chicken nuggets. Chinese deli, at yung siomai, kikiam, siopaw that we have. For the corned beef, I'm not sure if you know that Highlands brand is actually in CDO, manufactured by CDO. Highlands corned beef, chicken loaf. For the Cantuna, San Marino is part also of CDO brand. Bottled fish, at yung mga Spanish sardines, tuyo, and mackerel po. For the dairy, we also ventured, as I mentioned, no, recently new. So, Danish cheese blocks, sliced cheese, cheese balls, and cheese spread. Sweet preserves, yan, kaong and nata de coco. And ito po yung na-mention ko kaninang foundation of CDO. It's called Odyssey Foundation Inc., where we have 5 different programs or streams offered to the communities that we'd like to help. So one would be Gabay Nutrition. It's a feeding program. Gabay Edukasyon. Gabay Kalikasan. Gabay Hanap Buhay. And Gabay Lingkod. So more of giving back to others. And as a company, we also have different initiatives, road towards sustainability, wastewater treatment, recycling efforts, use of solar energy, reduction of plastic usage. We would like to be ambassadors in keeping our communities where we operate safe and clean and also environment friendly. No? I think that's it for my presentation. Please do contact us, like and follow us in our Facebook page, email address, and website. Also, as I've mentioned, we have different openings. You may drop us a message or for questions or inquiries, or send your resume link to jobs180.com/CDO. Thank you for listening. Any questions?
Thank you for that, Miss Casey. So to our audience, we are now opening the floor for questions. Ma'am, I have time for one question on my end. My question would be, what is a common trajectory of new hires who just graduated? Like, do they stay in their position for a couple of years or nagpo-progress po ba sila sa ibang department? Ganun po.
Okay po. Let me answer it specifically in CDO kasi I'm not sure lang with other companies. No, for CDO, we're very much into hiring fresh graduates with no experience, but we that had a different perspective, fresh perspective that they can offer, and then from then we'll be assessing them if they qualify. Um, for a possible senior role after a couple of years staying in CDO. So, yan, we have internal promotion, or we are also open for internal transfer. Like for example, I think I'd like to after a couple of years in accounting, I'd like to be transferred naman for supply operations. Yon. So there's a possibility naman. But syempre it would depend on the new hire po if uh, depending on the performance and also the passion that they exert po, no? Minsan kasi, ay, stepping stone ko lang pala yung eto, after 2 years, aalis din ako. So, yun, it would vary.
Ayan, so thank you for that, Miss Casey. So to our audience, all the vacancies discussed by Miss Casey earlier, it's available jobs20.com/CDO. Ayan. Miss Casey, thank you again for joining us. Have a great day po. Sorry we have no more time for questions. Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Casey.
All right po, bye-bye.
Ayan, thank you po. Ayan. So next up here to discuss hiring for work from home jobs, we have Ms. Reese Pasia, recruitment manager for Optum. She's a college graduate from the De La Salle University, Manila, where she finished her course of international studies majoring in European studies. She then started her first job in Citigroup Business Process Solutions back in 2010 as a sourcing associate. And today, she is currently employed for more than 7 years with Optum Global Solutions as recruitment manager who handles specifically the campus and graduates program. Ms. Reese? Hi, ma'am. Can we test your screen share?
Hi, Shari. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. All right, so let me just share my screen. Let me know if you can see it already. Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
ma'am.
see my
It's low.
screen?
Yes, ma'am. Please put it on full screen po.
All right.
Yan. It's okay na, ma'am. I'll be back po for Q&A in a couple of
All
minutes.
right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so much,
Reese.
Shari. All right, so good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Christine Pasha. I am a recruitment under the in Optum Global Solutions Philippines. And today I will be discussing with you on how companies do hire or how companies work from home jobs. Okay. So before that, we do have this tradition in Optum where we are able to introduce ourselves in a very fun and unique way. So again, I will reintroduce myself to you all this morning. So my name is Pasha. I am a recruitment manager here at Optum Global Solutions Philippines for almost already 10 years. I will be celebrating my 10th year with the company on November this year. And it's been quite a roller coaster ride, but one that I will keep on taking. And I also am known to be a very happy and positive person. So I have coined my own little hashtag called Positive Pasha. I'm also part of a family of five. I am the middle child out of three sisters. And my youngest sister actually has Down syndrome. And when she was born, my parents decided to create a so called the parents also who have that actually currently this year. So a lot of things to celebrate for the association. I've also been together with my husband for already 14 years this year. And we've been married since 2018. So we're going to celebrate our fourth year this year as a married couple. So for you guys who still don't believe in forever, I hope that you'll still have a chance. You just have to find the right one for forever, right? I also love to play basketball. A lot of people get surprised when I tell them this, but I really do love the sport. I have been playing basketball since I was in grade 4, and I still also do enjoy playing and watching the sport. And lastly, I do really, really love listening to musical theater, watching it, being part of it. The stage has been a part of my life since I was younger as well. But really, the music gets to me. And every time I'm stressed or while I'm working, I like to listen to musicals and it picks up my day and makes me extremely happy. So that is a few things about me. I hope you learned a few things. And I hope that you enjoy your time with me this morning for our webinar. Now, before I get into our main topic for this morning, I just wanted to discuss very quickly about the company that I've been working for nearly 10 years, which is Optum Global Solutions Philippines. Now, we are under the umbrella of the United Health Group companies, and we are ranked Fortune 5 out of the Fortune 500 companies in the US. And approximately, we are over 200,000 employees worldwide. And in the Philippines, we are already over 16,000 employees. So locally, you can compare us to one of your healthcare providers or healthcare insurance companies, maybe of your parents, or maybe if you have already healthcare insurance. So examples would be MaxiCare or IntelliCare, even PhilHealth actually. If you, but that's more government. We're a private company. So MaxiCare and Telecare would be the best example. But definitely we are much bigger in scale and much more global. And what we do is not just healthcare insurance, but definitely touches nearly every aspect of the health care financing and delivery system. It could be also the technology of healthcare. So we like to simplify, we like to make things better for the healthcare systems. Now, for our mission and values of the organization, I'm very proud to say it's not the walls of company where it's written down, right? Your values and your mission, or it's not just discussed during your presentation. But definitely, I can say that the employees of Optum really live through our mission and values of the organization. And our mission is to really help people live healthier lives and to make the health system work better for everyone. And really, with living our values and what we do on a day to day basis, such as integrity, compassion, relationships, innovation, and performance, we are able to truly make Optum a very successful company that it is already today. Work-life balance with employee engagement activities. You can see that we were able. It's in the middle. That's a photo of us celebrating Women's Month back in March of 2019, and on the picture on the right side, employees of Optum, where last June of 2019, they were able to share stories and highlights of their journey at Optum. So definitely, it's not just work, work, work here at Optum, but we are able to celebrate, engage, and also have our employees enjoy their work balance in the company. Now, where are we located in the Philippines? We have four major sites in the Philippines. One would be our first site in Taguig in Science Hub 3. So that would be in Tower 3. We also have our second site in Cebu, which is in the Calix Center or in IT Park. And our third site would be in Alabang in Northgate Cyber Zone. So we are hoping to expand our business areas in the Philippines. Actually, back in 2020, we were supposed to expand to another location in the Visayas region. However, of course, due to the pandemic, we had to postpone the expansion of Optum. But we are looking definitely into more options, especially like a hub and spoke model or working remotely. We do have, I believe, right now in Davao, and we are looking into other sites where we can have remote working for you guys and other opportunities. So definitely watch out for more locations to pop out for Optum. Now, what are career areas or business opportunities that we have to offer in the company? Definitely, we have four major businesses under technology, customer service, our clinical business, and shared services. So for technology, definitely this is a growing aspect of the Optum and a growing business in the Philippines here at Optum, where we have opportunities under analytics, automation, information security, and data sciences and data analytics. For our customer service business, this is also a growing business within the Philippines. This is not your typical order taking or troubleshooting a certain site or helping the customer in very minimal tasks. But what we do is medium to high complex customer service roles where we are the middlemen of doctors, nurses, professionals in the United States. And we are able to really live through our mission, which is to help people live healthier lives. For our clinical business, these are opportunities for our professionals, such as doctors, definitely the nurses, registered nurses in the United States, medical billers, medical coders, and even graduates from the allied courses. And these are opportunities where we are able to have you practice your profession as a nurse, but definitely have a better fixed schedule as compared to other places where you would work. And lastly, we do have our shared services or our um, more back end positions, such as part of human capital or human resources, talent acquisition, employee engagement, financing, and also marketing. So, if you'd like to see more of our opportunities, you can always look into our Jobs 180 page, which is jobs180.com/optum, or even um, our careers page, which is work@optum.com. Now, very briefly, I'd also like to discuss how we were able to respond to the pandemic, which happened back, of course, in March of 2020 and still continues to happen right now. So, of course, when the pandemic happened, we were all very nervous. We didn't know what we were going to do as employees, what was going to happen next when the cases started to increase in the Philippines. But I'm very proud to say here at Optum, our business leaders worked very quickly and made sure that employees were well taken care of, were very safe from the pandemic. So they immediately put all the employees at 90% of our non-clinical workforce was transitioned to a work at home setting. And we were also able to still continue our hiring and give opportunities to people to join our organization because we were able to shift to a virtual hiring process to, of course, protect our candidates and employees from the pandemic. Business continuity plans were also put into place so that safety protocols were definitely engaged to all employees. And we made sure, of course, to still really take care of our employees and have them give them a sense of normalcy as much. So even at the moment and as of today, we are still employing and paying full wages to all our entire workforce. And we didn't have to let go of anyone. And really living our mission and values here at Optum, we were still able to donate an additional of 10 million to fight the pandemic in different parts of the world. And locally in the or here in the Philippines rather, we were able to partner with Caritas Manila, and we were able to donate to help also fight the pandemic. So I'm just really proud to say that being part of my company, especially during pandemic, I felt very secured and safe. And also, I'm still very proud to say that I'm part of the organization because, in spite of the pandemic, we were still able to really live through our mission, which is to help people live healthier lives and to make the health system work better for everyone. All right. So I hope you learned something about my company, the company that I work for, which is Optum Global Solutions Philippines. But right now, what I'd like to discuss is, of course, how we are able to continue and how even other companies hire for work from jobs. It's very important that, of course, that we still are able to have the company give opportunities for fresh graduates like yourself or alumni like yourself, and still have you join our organization. Now, how do companies hire work from home jobs? If you think about it, it's very much the same of how we would do it face to face, except of course it's in a virtual platform. We make sure that, of course, why we are still hiring on a virtual platform is, of course, for your safety. We want all our candidates to be safe from the pandemic. And second, of course, it's for us to give you still opportunities to one, find the job, and also, of course, expand your knowledge and grow also, of course, and develop yourselves in the organization that you would like to work for. Everything is made possible through technological processes. Now, what are the 6 steps on how companies hire for work from home jobs? Now, of course, it all starts with looking for the right candidate, right? You are a fresh graduate or a look for a job right now. So have available jobs on 8 portals similar to Jobs 180, and even in your profiles in all online platforms must be professional, because recruiters really look for all ways in how to in really having a candidate join a company. So we even your Facebook profile and even your Instagram if we must, right? So make sure you your social media platforms and all your accounts have to look professional, right? So make sure that everything's up to date, of course, platforms such as Jobs180.com. So, Kim or Shari was able to discuss with you on how to really update your resume link on jobs180.com so that at least you're ready to find a job or be found by a company. Now, also, we not just, of course, rely on online platforms, but we also rely on referrals. So, employees, existing employees, would recommend us to our organization because we're better to find good and quality candidates from employees who are also good and candidates of the company. So make sure that if you are referred, be very proud and also be very proud that you were referred by, let's say, a friend from a company because that means they know that you are capable in getting the job here in our organization or even the company that they work for. So that's how we start off on work from home settings. It's looking for a candidate and finding it in the right platforms. Our second step would be really having an initial interview. So let's say the recruiter already picked up, let's say, your resume, and we want to even know more about you, besides what we see on resume. So definitely we will be calling you, giving you a call on the phone, or even have an interview through your through virtual settings, which is through the camera, right? So make sure that you share basic information about yourself, about your skills. Make sure that you're able to share about something about yourself not in your resume. Also, of course, share about your educational background and even work experience if you've had in the past. Behavioral questions may be asked during this part. So, what is a behavioral question? It's a situational question in, let's say, that you were able to handle the situation in when you were under pressure, or maybe a time when you had to handle a very irate person or customer. So, it's the way that you answer these behavioral questions are from situations that you've encountered in the past. Because what you've done in the past and how you were able to overcome that situation, it will predict how you'll be also doing that in the future. So make sure that you're able to answer behavioral questions or situational questions with certain situations that really happen, um, that really happened to you. Now, also, especially now, since we are looking for and how companies hire from work from home jobs, is you make sure that you are really capable of working from home. So, work from home capabilities will definitely be asked during this part. So, we will be asking regarding your internet speed. So, I know companies would require a certain internet speed. I believe minimum internet speed would be about 20 to 25 Mbps. Some companies require less, some even more. So it really depends on the company that you are applying for. Communication capability is also very much important. So make sure that you have a working mic or your device's mic is working very well so that at least you are being heard when you're doing your job or when you're trying to work from home. And definitely the tools and hardware is a must. If you don't have a working laptop, then I think that it would be best that you try to look for another device that would really help you work at optimal pace. So you could look for, let's say, a tablet, a cell phone, even. But it would again really depend on the company that you are working for. Some companies would give you actually the tools and hardware that you would need, such as Optum. Optum would would be sending you the laptop or the hardware that you would need once you are hired there. But some companies would also require you to, let's say, use your own personal devices. Again, it would really depend on the employer. But it's very important to have a backup just in case that they would ask if you have your own personal devices where you can work on. Okay. Three, in how we are able to hire work from home jobs is, of course, going through the assessment. Now, when you are going through an assessment, companies definitely look for languages and skills that you would need. So what is being measured is really specific skill set aptitude. So it would really depend on, let's say, the position that you are applying for. So specific exams for that specific role would be given to you. For example, like here at Optum, for our clinical roles, you'd have to go through a clinical test or a nursing exam for specific nurses. We also have, of course, let's say for the medical coders, they do have to go through a medical coding exam. So it would really be dependent on the position that you are applying for, that you have a specific exam that you have to take. Now, which is more common with other companies, you'd have to take a language assessment or a language proficiency exam. Some companies do Berlitz, some have Versant. In Optum, we have our own a language assessment, which is called the CAT exam. So it's very much similar to Versant and Berlitz, but we just made our own. So just make sure that you're able to take that assessment and you're able to practice before taking that assessment. It's always good to research about the company and, of course, practice your language assessment with on yourself or your own, with a friend or even, let's say, someone in the house that can help you with that. Knowledge is also being measured or not. So we make sure that you will have, let's say, the skills that you would need for you to really do the position that you are applying for well. So again, it's always good to do research about the position that you are applying for before applying for it, so that at least you know more or less is what would be what you would be doing for the position. Now, number four would be the final interview. So this is usually done with the domain interviewer or a hiring manager that is really going to handle the job, right? That's going to be managing you in the future. So the hiring manager will definitely be asking situational questions or behavioral questions similar to what was asked from you in an interview in the initial interview. But definitely it would be there'd be more behavioral questions and more situational questions being asked by the hiring manager because they want to make sure, of course, that you are a good fit for their team. They also may ask, what can you contribute to the organization or the team that you are applying for or the position that you are applying for? Now, why is this question being asked? It's because, of course, they want to see if you are a fit for the role. It's not just a matter also of your skills and expertise for the role, but of course, the values and culture that you have also as a person. They have to make sure that you are also your values and culture are aligned as well to the company's values and roles, values and culture. So make sure also to again to do that your research about the company. If you feel that you are a good match with your values and culture with the organization, then feel free and apply. But again, it's very important that you're able to also share this during the final interview with the hiring manager. Now, on the fifth step, if all goes well, you are going to get a job offer. Congratulations. And when you have that job offer, make sure that you talk to the recruiter about the contract. It's very important that you are able to read the contract. I know a lot of people skip this step and they just sign, right? But again, right now, it's very much important. You have to read your contract so you can understand what are, let's say, the rules of the and policies of the company, what is expected of you, not just from your role, but also as an employee of the organization. Make sure that you are able to read every detail of the contract before you sign it. And of course, while you're reading the contract, after you read the contract, it's best to ask all the questions that you have. Again, it's not final that you you already passed all the interviews, you have a job. You have to make sure that you're also taking care of yourself. Make sure that you ask the questions that you would want, that you don't understand, right? Especially from your contract. Make sure that you ask, let's say, what is expected of you, if the company has a dress code. Even, of course, you could talk about the salary expectations. These are questions that you want to talk about during the recruiter, anything from the contract. Again, clarify everything. It's very much important that you understand the role that you are applying for, that you are going to accept, the company that you are going to work for, and of course, all the policies that you are going to follow as an employee of the company. And lastly, it's always important to remember to be ready for your pre-onboarding and the requirements that you'd have. So if you don't have any questions anymore about the contract, it's very important that you are able to ready the mandatory requirements that you have. Now, in a work from home setting, it's very important that you don't anymore go to the office and submit physical documents or hard copies of your requirements. What's really important is just a scanned copy of these mandatory requirements, which is your proof of SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and TIN. Proof of your resignation if you've had previous work experience, proof of your highest education, and lastly, proof of your residence Now, why do we ask proof of your residence? It's because, like companies like Optum, who send your hardware or laptop to your homes, it's very important that we are able to know where we are able to send the hardware. And also, of course, if we have to make sure that you are able to receive the hardware. So it's very important to have proof of residence, especially during this time at work from home settings. I know not all requirements, especially for fresh graduates, you still have to go to the government offices and everything. But again, it's very important to research if you can get these requirements online. I know SSS, you can get already your SSS number online. I'm not sure about the rest, but definitely you can research and make sure that you're able to get your requirements online. And if not, always make sure that you're able to go at a safe time when to get your requirements in the government offices. Right. So, with all of that and all the steps that you'd have to take, it's very similar to what you would do honestly face to face. So, just remember that treat the virtual interview like how you would treat a face to face interview. It's very much important that you are still professionally dressed during your virtual interview, that you are still kind and humble during the interview, that you are confident, that you are well dressed. Make sure that you're still properly dressed and look very professional during these times. Because even if it's on virtual settings, it's still a job, and you are still being interviewed for a position in the organization. So always be at your best and authentic self during these virtual interviews or any interviews at that. So thank you, everyone. That is the my session with you on how to land a work from home job, or how we are able to hire work from home positions. I just wanted to share with you that what makes you special can inspire your life's best work. So again, it's very important to be your authentic self, be who you are, and truly you can find your life's best work. Now, if you want, again, look for more opportunities in our company, we are currently hiring for our healthcare advocates, or the medium to high complex customer service roles, and allied health graduates. Actually, we are also looking for registered nurses and also medical coders, if you know of any. But definitely, these positions are all located in our jobs180.com page/Optum. So check that out. And also our careers page at workatoptum.com. So thank you, everyone. If you have any other questions, again, you can just always drop me an email on my email at christine.pasha@optum.com. Ask anything. I will definitely reply to you. Okay? So everyone, thank you so much. Have a great morning and good day.
Thank you for that, Ms. Reese. So to our audience, we are now opening the floor for questions. So, ma'am, I prepared a question. What are the usual challenges of new hires with regards working from home? And how can our audience, if they will do it in the future, how can they avoid it?
Right. So a few challenges I believe is, especially from working from home, would definitely be the internet. And it's actually not just for the fresh graduates, it's everyone's problem. The internet is always going to be a concern. So I think what's important is to really be more prepared for it. So especially that if you already signed a contract with a company, make sure that your internet connection really is, let's say, 25 Mbps or above. And if it's not, share that already with with the company or the interviewer, so that they can help you with it. Because some companies give internet allowance. So like with Optum, we do give internet allowance. So at least we really know that our employees would use the money to really help them continue their day-to-day work. I think also a challenge would be the noise or the environment that you work for. I mean, that you are in while you are working from home. And my tip for that would really be, look for an environment where it's quiet. If you really can't find a place, then maybe a coffee shop would help. But I really feel that there's really but one area in the room or in your house that you can focus and concentrate. So find that area that you can focus and concentrate, and make sure that it's a place where you're able to you can complete all your tasks, that it's quiet, and that you're able to really take your calls well. Again, don't worry about background noises like the cars or the motorcycles or the dogs barking. That really happens. So companies would understand that. Just as long as you're able to complete the work on a day-to-day basis, that would be fine.
All right. So thank you for that, Miss Reese. So to our audience, again, the link for Optum is jobs20.com/Optum. So that's where you see all of the vacancies discussed by Miss Reese earlier. Thank you for your time, Miss Reese, and we hope to see you in future webinars pa po. Madami pang nakaschedule. Thank you,
Well,
thank you.
yes, I'll see you, Shari. Thank you, everyone. Have
Thank
a
you,
great
Miss
day.
Reese.
Bye.
Have a great day. Alright, so our next presenter to be discussing new age career possibilities, we have Kerry John Miranda, Talent Acquisition Associate for VXI. Kerry's first stint with VXI was a 6-month internship under the Talent Acquisition team. He was soon absorbed for a Talent Acquisition Associate role, with which he was tasked to do front desk duties and screening interviews on top of applicant and employee engagement activities. For almost a year now, he serves as the site POC for the Employer Fair program of VXI North EDSA QC. Mr. Kerry? Hello. Good morning. Hello. You're on mute po.
Hello, good morning.
Can we test the share
Hello.
screen?
Okay. Okay.
Is Miss Laika sharing? Can we test the screen share? There
Yes,
you
Miss
go.
like
Yan.
going to share please.
It's up. The deck is fine. Your audio is fine.
Okay,
You're good. So I'll leave it to it po. I'll be
this is
back
fine.
if there are glitches
Yes.
in the presentation. Yes, sir. You're fine. You're fine. I'll leave it to it. Enjoy, sir. I'll
Okay.
be
Thank
back
you.
in 20 minutes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good morning. I'm Kerry Miranda and I'm a talent acquisition associate here in VXI Quezon City. I've been with the talent acquisition for almost a year and a half now. And today, okay, I'm here to talk about new age careers or growth in BPO. Okay. Next slide, please. New age, what is it? Okay, this is the information age. Okay, the information age, this is the rapid shift from the traditional industry established by the Industrial Revolution, okay, to an economy primarily based upon information technology. Okay, just to share you a short story. Okay, throughout human history, okay, there have been periods of innovation that have transformed our way of living. Okay, like the Neolithic age, scientific age, industrial age, and of course, in our present time, that would be the information age. Okay, the Neolithic age. This is the age where humans began to domesticate animals and farm crops and grains. Okay, the scientific age. This is where humans were very curious. Okay, people dwelled more in mathematics, physics, astrology, and biology. Okay, industrial age. This is the age characterized by the replacement of hand tools, okay, with power-driven machines. And of course, in the present time, that would be the information age, okay? In the information age, during our era, okay, in which many things are done by computer and large amounts of information are available on the internet, okay, we are in the age where we are one click away from getting all the information and help that we need, okay? Like, for example, Google. Whenever we need something or whenever we try to seek out new information, okay, we usually ask Google for help, right? And we get to experience doing anything without the help of computers, okay? And because of this, okay, new business models have emerged, okay? New business models have emerged in the technology-driven age, okay? Technology has made a whole lot of difference in our society, okay? But it has also transformed humans to be reliant on applications, okay? If you're bored with scrolling through if you're bored with scrolling through I
I
think
think
we
we're
were
lost.
having technical problems.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, but you're back. You're back.
Oh,
Would you like to
where was I?
continue?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to continue, sir? Pwede
Yes,
na,
of
sir.
course.
Okay na, okay na.
Okay. Where was I, miss? Okay. Again.
Business
Okay.
models.
Again.
Business models.
Just.
Business models. We're
Business
discussing.
models. Okay. Let me start from the top. Okay. Again, in this technology-driven age, okay, technology has made a whole lot of difference in our society. Okay, but it has also transformed humans to be reliant on applications. Again, if you're bored, just listen to music with Spotify or watch a movie with Netflix and chill. Okay, if you're lazy, just open Shopee or Lazada and buy the item that you like. Okay, if you're hungry, just order your favorite food with Food Panda and have it delivered at your doorstep. Okay, if you're bored, just watch Foodsphere
So sorry for that, people. I think we're having couple of tech glitches on Sir Kerry's side. So if ever you have questions, you can put it on the comment section, and we'll try to address it after his talk. And then again, all of the vacancies that is discussed today for VXI, Optum, and CDO, it will be available on your school site, which is schools.jobs180.com slash NC, I think. Let me check on that. While waiting for Sir Kerry. So to everyone, again, there is an evaluation form at the end. So one for Forbes College and one for NC. So that tama. Schools.jobs180.com/NC for Norzagaray College, and schools.jobs180.com/Forbes College for those who are from Forbes College, Legazpi. Ayan. So, sir, are you okay? Kaya na po ba? Naku, nawala po ata ulit. Miss Laika? Okay, so while we're waiting for Sir Kerry to finish his fixing his device, we can play a video.
Hi, this is Vixie. We are inviting all of you to be part of your new home, where the hiring never stops and the opportunities never end. Send in your application through any of these easy steps. Send a private message on Messenger and complete the online assessment. Email your resume to careersph@vxi.com. Text your full name, location, and preferred interview schedule to 0917-777-5555 for Luzon, 0965-932-9745, or 0961-757-8361 for Davao. Apply via your trusted job portal. LinkedIn, Jobs 180, Trabahanap, Workbank. Watch out for new updates on our job openings on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter.
Testing, sir.
Hi, Miss. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Okay.
It's fine, sir. Sir, you can proceed while your camera is turned off. So, para smoother po yung flow natin.
Okay. I'm still in the business models.
Yes, sir. I'll pop up from time to time if ever we lose you po.
Okay. So let me start from the beginning. Okay. 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 So again, um, in this technology-driven age, okay, technology has made a whole lot of difference in our society, okay, but it has also transformed humans to be reliant on applications. Again, if you're bored, listen to music with Spotify or watch a movie with Netflix. If you're lazy, just go shopping. Open Shopee and Lazada and buy the item that you like. Okay. If you're hungry, order your favorite food with Food Panda and have it delivered at your doorstep. Okay. But behind all of these companies, okay, there are people, and that's where we come in. Okay. That's where the BPO companies come in. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Business process outsourcing, or BPO company for short, is the practice of contracting a specific work process or processes to an external service provider. Okay. The services can include payroll, accounting, telemarketing, data recording, social media marketing, and customer support. Okay. BPO fills in many gaps in companies. Okay. It is like the glue that connects the company with its customers. Okay. BPO also helps companies connect to their customers through customer service or technical support associates. Okay, BPO is important in a globalized world. Why? The consumers could live anywhere in the world. Okay, they may need help or assistance when they are in a different time zone. Okay, and BPO companies puts the customer in charge wherever and whenever they need help. Okay, anytime na kailangan kinala, okay, you must be there for them. Okay. Next. Okay. And VXI is an example of a BPO company, okay, also called a call center company. Call center is mainly focused on resolving customers' queries, okay. It is a subset of a BPO company and it usually involves only phone work, okay. VXI has been in the Philippines since 2003 and it is also one of the most high-paying BPO companies in the country, okay. And And by the way, VXI is currently hiring right now. We are also continuously looking for new talents who will join our journey. Okay, and this is our minimum qualifications. Okay, we 18 years old. Okay, you must be a senior high school graduate or high school graduate of curriculum. You need to have good communication skills with or without call center experience, and you must be willing to be assigned at any VXI sites. Okay, as of 2022, we have 11 sites in the Philippines. Okay, we have three here in Quezon City. That would be Quezon City Panorama 1 and Panorama 2. We have Quezon City Walter Mart. We have a site in Bridgetown, Pasig, BXI Clark, okay, BXI MOA, BXI Makati, SM Ecoland, Felcris Centrale, Robinsons Lanang, and Robinsons Delta. Okay, and what do we offer? Okay, we offer paid leaves. We also offer HMOs. Okay, we also offer performance-based incentives. Okay, and night differential pay. And of course, we also offer rewards for every hard referral. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, there are two major parts in a BPO company. First would be the back office. Okay, the back office is an office or center in which the administrative work of a business is carried out. Okay, as opposed to its dealings with its customers. Okay, the back office usually includes marketing, finance, accounting, and recruitment. Okay, the front office represents the customer facing function or department of a firm. Okay, it typically is composed of administrative and sales personnel. Okay, the front office of the BPO company serves as the third party to connect consumers with the company. Okay, that is why this type of roles require excellent communication skills, service knowledge, and most of all, understanding what the customer wants. Okay, but in order to survive in the new age, of course, we need to have skills. Okay, next slide, please. The, traditional skills for the new age. Okay, first would be attendance. Okay, um, just to share you a story. Okay, when I was a student, okay, I actually had attendance issues, and it affected my early career in BXI. I was complacent on being late during my college days. I was also cutting classes and not attending some of my school related obligations. Okay. And because of this, my productivity at work was affected. Then I just realized one day that if I don't grow as a person, okay, if I don't change this kind of habit, okay, what will happen to my dreams and goals in life? Okay. And so again, attendance is a must. Okay. You are required to be present. 80% of success is showing up. Okay. You must be prepared for work and you must begin and end work as expected. You must always give your 100% when you are working. Okay. Next slide, please. Next would be the attitude. Okay, you need to demonstrate a positive attitude. Okay, and you also need to be confident. Why? Because attitude goes a long way, and attitude affects the workplace. Okay, you need to focus on being optimistic. You also need to accept constructive criticism. When you accept constructive criticism, okay, you accept your flaws and you grow as a person. Okay, one thing that I learned during my stay with VXI is grit. Okay, if you really want or love something, okay, you must fight for it. You can't just give up your goals and dreams just because things are hard. Okay, you also need to set realistic expectations to yourself. Okay, you also need to try to look at things from a different perspective. Next slide, please. Next would be time management and organizational skills. Okay, you need to prioritize and manage time and stress effectively. Okay, first, you must be organized. Second, you must demonstrate flexibility and adapting to change because the only constant thing in this world is change, right? And second, you need to measure how you're doing as an individual. Okay, you need to reflect on what is your strengths and weaknesses. And I know all of us have been guilty with procrastination. Okay, but every day spent procrastinating is another day spent about worrying about that thing. Okay, so stop making excuses for why you can't get it done and focus on things why you must make it happen. Okay, next slide, please. Fourth would be communication. Okay. First would be the body language. Okay. The most important thing about communication is hearing what isn't said. And I'm pretty sure you all know this quote: actions will always speak louder than words. Okay. Next would be the voice tone, words, and empathy. Okay. Being nice to someone who is rude does not mean you are fake. Okay. It just means you are mature enough to tolerate your dislike for them. Okay, you always have to be nice to people because you have no idea what people are dealing with in their personal lives. Okay, so just be nice, guys. Good energy is contagious. Okay, the biggest communication problem for me is we do not listen to understand, and we only listen to reply. And that's it. Thank you for having me, Jobs 180, and I'm very sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay, have a great day.
Thank you, sir. Now we're opening the floor for questions, sir. If you have time, I just have one, sir, on my end po.
Sure. Ah, yeah,
Um,
okay, no problem.
what do you think of social media influencers, content creators, online sellers? Is this a good can you start with this? Like if you're hesitant to apply to a corporate job after graduation or even now, can you start with this? Is this a good career path?
You mean social media influencers?
Yes, sir. Vlogging, YouTube, Facebook videos, yung mga ganun po. Online selling, ayan, sir.
Yes,
Entrepreneur.
if can I speak in Tagalog if that's fine with you?
Yes, sir. Opo, opo, pwede.
Ah, okay, and I believe if that's your passion, okay, there's nothing wrong with pursuing your passion. Okay, kung gusto mo talaga yung job na yon, kunin mo. Okay, bakit mo iisipin pa kung ano yung sasabihin ng ibang tao? bakit hindi mo na lang sundin kung ano yung gusto mo? Hindi naman sila kasi yung magde-dictate kung ano yung mangyayari sa buhay mo. Kailangan sundin mo kung saan ka masaya. Tas kung saan ka sasaya. Oh my gosh, am I... Okay.
Okay, sir. Ayan, so
Okay.
ayan, so to our viewers, mahirap sa corporate world, pero mas mahirap kung ikaw yung boss ng sarili mong
No,
um
actually,
venture.
mahirap sa
Ayan.
corporate world, pero mas mahirap kapag hindi ka masaya
Opo.
sa job mo, actually.
Opo. Ayan. Ayan. Thank you for that, sir. Thank you
Okay.
for giving your insights. And to our viewers, thank you, sir. The link for VXI is jobsready.com/VXI. So that's where you see the vacancies. That's where you see where the openings. Pwede kayo mag-explore doon ng mga position. Thank you, sir. Ayan. So to our audience, we will be releasing the evaluation link. So there's one for Forbes College and there's another one for Norzagaray College. Ayan. So we'll also put this in the comment section so you guys can evaluate. So for Norzagaray College, if ever you have concerns, you reach out to the guidance office kasi they control the evaluation form. Yeah. So lalagyan namin yan sa comment section. Alright. So to all our viewers, thank you for watching. This event is brought to you by one of our corporate sponsors, Greenfield Marketers One. They're looking for property specialists, and if you wish to apply, please send your resume links over at jobsready.com/greenfieldm1. Please watch out for the next set of webinars we are hosting for many schools next week. So starting Monday. So the topics are posted on our Facebook page as well as the time and the other details. So if you want to join us in those sessions, please do. So it's for free and you're welcome to join us. So to all our viewers, thank you and have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Thank you po.
Humakbang ka sa landas ng buhay. Harapin mo ang bukas, walang alinlangan. Anumang balakid sa iyo ay hahadlang. Kaya mong supilin, may sandatang taglay. Salamat sa iyo, ngalan mo'y taglay namin sa isip at puso. Layunin mo'y dadalhin saan man sulok ng mundo. Di malilimutan kadakilaan mo. Sa isip mo ay nakintay,
At Greenfield, land is our legacy. Our founders have nurtured these prized possessions for years. As stewards of these crown jewels, we develop these lands into communities that will remain relevant throughout the years. Simultaneously working with nature while employing the latest in technology. We provide spaces for leisure and opportunities for a thriving lifestyle. Venues where relationships grow and are nurtured. We build residential towers that are part of well thought out and planned communities. We build modern suburban cities with vast spaces for nature and an opportunity to live a fully connected and balanced lifestyle. We provide living spaces that flourish with life and heritage. From urban, connected yet nature-centric districts to suburban cities flourishing with greenery, our developments will remain relevant throughout the years. Let this be the legacy you bequeath to your children and your children's children. Let our land be your legacy.